Well,
Hi.
happy.
Go ahead, Anne Marie.
Oh, go ahead, Mary. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hemp Happy Hour, our first Hemp Happy Hour for 2022. Happy New Year. We're all like ready to go. The first week, and it feels like we've been through a month already, but guess what? That means that we're crushing it. So let's get together, have some fun, drink over some water or other, but it is our Hemp Happy Hour. Anne Marie?
All right. Well, thanks, Mary. Happy New Year 2022. Vision 2022 is what I'm calling it. So welcome to Hemp Happy Hour. As Mary said, I'm Marie Sorrell, president and founder of Cannabiziac. We are your cannabis connection to the industry and resources and professionals and events and so on and so forth. We are your global ecosystem, and we connect you and empower you through networking events such as this one, as well as our online training programs. And what we're so proud of is our business incubator program, where we are, here to take you and give you the green print to have a successful business, not just start, but grow and scale your business successfully. And so you can learn more, and we have some of our participants here tonight who can kind of share their journey so far. But I'm happy that everybody's here tonight. We're going to, in addition to doing introductions, and before we do the introductions, we're going to kick off with Mary Lou, who's going to give us our drink of the month for Hemp Happy Hour. So that way, whether it's this weekend or tonight, you can make that special drink recipe that Mary Lou will share with us, or Mary Jane, her Cannabiziac name.
So funny.
Or Mary Jane will share with us, followed by the drink of the month. We would then have each person introduce themselves. And in addition to introducing yourself, it's a new year. I know you've all had some time to probably think about your goals as well as reflect on 2021. But, give us some highlight. We're a small group tonight, so you can really dive into what it is that you're looking to achieve, who you're looking to connect with, and how Cannabiziac and each person here can help you in achieving those goals for this year. I think that, again, all of us have been coming for some time. So this is about building relationships. We have good relationships with each other, which leads to accountability. So we are each other's accountability partners. So if there's something that you want us to hold you accountable to this year, this quarter, or this month, let's hear that. So before we get started, Mary Jane, what's the drink of the month, girl?
Hi, guys. Happy New Year. It's so great to see everybody tonight. I'm always excited about Hemp Happy Hour. It's one of my favorite Cannabiziac events besides all the other ones that we do have. My name is Mary Northern. I am the director for special events and campaigns, and I'm also Cannabiziac mixologist. What I have a great drink for you guys tonight. Is really, really simple. What we're going to make is a pomegranate mimosa. Okay, we know that pomegranates definitely have great benefits, right? And we have their vitamin C, they're cancer preventive, they have great, help you with your digestive systems, arthritis, especially with heart disease. So I wanted to pick something a little bit on the healthy side when it comes down to the drinks, right? So what we're going to do is that first we're going to we're going to get our glassware, and our glassware today is going to be a flute. And what I did was I took a lime, and I just put it around my rim and actually put some sugar there, right? And also what I'm going to do is that you can pick any sparkling wine that you love. I don't know if anybody loves sparkling wine, but me, I have gotten off of most of the hard liquor, as they say, and went more into the wines and the sparkling. So I got a prosecco. I don't know if you guys can get any other type of sparkling wines you want. Me, I'm definitely a prosecco chick. So what you do is that you just take maybe, I don't know, I would say half of a glass with your prosecco, right? Me, I would probably have more but it's depending on what you think it's going to be. And then you take some pomegranate juice. I love pomegranate juice, and I'm going to tell you, I'm excited. I got to tell you about this. But I would pour like probably just finishing up the glass, maybe about half a teaspoon of that. And what I'm going to also do is, can you see me? My thingy went crazy. What I'm also going to do is that I am special, so I'm going to add a Japanese whiskey with mine. Now, let's make this really clear, guys. It's up to you what you decide to do. You can add maybe vodka to it, or you don't have to add anything. You can just be fine with your pomegranate. But me, you know what? It's kind of easy. I can always do the most. So my Japanese whiskey is one of my favorites. I am definitely a whiskey girl. I'm definitely a bourbon girl. I'm definitely a cognac girl. But Japanese whiskey is where it's at. But it's always up to you pretty much what you want to do, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add like maybe a little teaspoon of that. You don't have to throw so much in there. It's up to you what you want to do. And I'm going to take my favorite, which are pomegranates. Now, I love pomegranates, like the seeds. I take them and sometimes I eat them and I chew on them and things like that. So I'm going to take like a little handful of that and place them inside of my pomegranate mimosa. I'm going to add just a little bit more Prosecco to that. And there you have it, guys. It's all bubbly. And there you have it, my pomegranate mimosa with my pomegranates on top and my Japanese whiskey, guys. I don't know if you're a Japanese whiskey fan, but let me tell you, you won't be disappointed if you like whiskey.
Mary Lou, a quick question. I thought you said you were off the hard stuff.
Okay. When I say I'm off the hard stuff, that means that I probably don't drink hard liquor maybe like once a week.
Oh, okay.
So not
because
completely
there's a little bit of hard stuff in that recipe.
Yeah. When I say, the hard stuff, I really mean that I cut back on drinking hard stuff throughout the week. Now I'm just down to maybe like once or twice a week. But I do my best just to have a glass of wine and keep it moving because I'm on this health journey. So I'm trying to bring it down some, but yeah.
Well, we thank you for the recipe. Good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would have never thought of putting it. Well, first of all, I got to go find this Japanese whiskey because I like whiskey. And then I never thought about putting it in a mimosa. So thank you for that.
You can add any type of combination depending on what your flavors are and how fast you want to get to where your destination. Some people, me, I'm the type of person I need to automatically get to my destination, and then once I'm there, I'm okay. I continue drinking it will allow you to sometimes have like hangovers and things like that because it hits you so fast. This way I kind of take it in and I'm like, okay, I already know I'm already there and let me just keep it moving.
All right. Well, I like that. Well, thank you so much, Mary Jane. Appreciate
thank you.
The recipe.
Cheers.
I will, yes, cheers. Now, I guess my follow-up last question is, does the pomegranate still have all those health benefits?
Once it hit the whiskey, I don't think so. But I think it's better than having like orange juice or trying to add, I think it's better. The juice is better for me, more so than that. So I just wanted to add like a health benefit to it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
All right, guys.
All right. So now we'll go into introductions. We'll start with Heather.
Hi, everyone. Just want to say thank you, Mary Jane. That was so fun. I could see throwing a little CBD or something in one of those. That looks so good. So I'm Heather Dagley. I'm a cannabis coach, and my business is called Bud and Blossom Coaching. So cannabis, like many of us, is something that really just helped me improve my life substantially a few years ago. And so now I help people who are new to cannabis or perhaps further along their journey, but looking for additional clues, I help people learn about the plant and how it interacts with our endocannabinoid system and how they can apply it to their life. So I've got several programs, but basically my focus is working with people to strengthen their endocannabinoid health through cannabis wellness, of course, but also looking at some other holistic practices. So super excited. And I've been in the Cannabisiac incubator program, the business incubator program this year, and it's been incredible. And I'm also doing some dispensary training endeavors and really excited about that as well. I was just telling Anne-Marie this week. So just taking cannabis education and applying it in the ways that I can in this space, and really excited about sharing the good word. In terms of accountability for me, something I've been really focused on and working with Hoi Polloi and Cannabisiac on is just learning to think and act like an entrepreneur and a business owner. And so that's a really big focus for me. Vision 2022 is making the right decisions. I can't avoid mistakes, or I'm gonna make mistakes, but I can make good decisions to avoid them. So really grateful for this network of people. That's been so helpful. Thank you. I'll drop a link to my website if you want to follow along, and my Instagram as well.
Yes, please. Look at you dropping links now. Okay.
Thanks.
I love
Taking
it.
notes.
Thank you, Heather. Well, Heather, you have to now pitch it to someone else.
Let's see. Let's move on to Tam.
Hello, everyone. I work with Marie, Cannabisiac, and a Mosaic group as well. And this is my first Hemp happy hour. So I'm just here to see how the group is, to meet people, to meet you all, and really network and see what the meeting is about. And I look forward to continuing these chats. I think that is a new space for me. I know this has been a space for a long time, but for me it is kind of new. And I do have family members who are very pro into the medicinal portion of the plant, and they're always talking about that. So I think that being part of Cannabisiac really helps me introduce them into this space. And I really want to learn more about it, to be quite honest. And what better place than Cannabisiac and Hemp Happy Hour and all of the different events that we promote. So I'm very looking forward to hearing from all of you. And I don't have a drink, but I have my coffee.
Tammy, I don't think you're doing yourself justice. Tell us,
Here we go. Okay.
Tell us your role and your expertise, because I think everyone here wants to understand your expertise that you bring to Cannabisiac and Mosaic, of course.
Yes, okay. See, I got my first slap in the hand. Now, I am a public relations specialist for Mosaic Group. I'm an account manager. And I basically do all of the public relations and communications and marketing for our clients. I've been on this PR space for about 7-8 years now. And I love it. I have to say, I love PR. I love the communications. I love being able to promote clients in many ways, in many different spaces, and being able to know about different businesses, different industries. It's really humbling, to say the least. And that's what one of my main skills in the company are. And yeah, just like Anne-Marie said, that's one of the main things that I bring to the table. So you can add more, Anne-Marie, but you know how humble I am.
No, you did good. I won't overload everybody on this meeting, but no, Tammy is an amazing writer. She works well with media. Tammy, I've known Tammy for at least 6 years. And so, you know, she just came back, joined us back at Mosaic Group earlier this month. where she left us for a couple of years, but she's back now, and I'm not letting her go anywhere else. But
Yes.
but just an amazing person. So I'm happy you're here, Tammy, because there's so much to learn about the industry and the plant and the many aspects of what it is we do and what we're embarking on for those of us that are just really new in this journey. So you're going to learn a ton from everybody here, as well as, you know, all the other events that we have coming up. So thanks for being here. Absolutely. So now, Tammy, you have to introduce somebody else. You're welcome.
And then I give it to the first name that I saw after right now is Esther. So Esther, you're next.
Hi, everybody. I'm Easter, and I think I've been coming to, I kind of fell off a little bit with coming to happy hour, but I was coming pretty consistently before, but I am I'm still considered a baby attorney. So I'm an attorney, and I'm also a pharmacist as well. And I took a break because one of my goals that I did set at one of the last meetings that I attended was to take my patent exam. So I did take it. It was hard as hell. I can take 10 bars with my eyes closed, and it still wasn't compared to that exam. So I say all of that to say in summary that I did not pass it, but I am going to take it again. And it was definitely an eye-opening experience, and I know what it is that I'm expected to know now and how to approach it. So I'm definitely going to take it again. I have to take it before July. When exactly, I don't know, but that's what I have going on for one of my Vision 2020 goals. I am currently working with, she's not really my student, but I do have a student that she wanted to work with me, but she's a third year student. So I figured with her being a third year student, getting ready to graduate law school, her focus would kind of be, it wouldn't be where it needed to be to actually kind of like work with me. However, she is a nurse. So I told her that we can do a project. So one of the things that we are working on together is looking at what's out there in terms of research that's available readily in terms of how all of the benefits for cannabis, all of the different things that they have on in other countries like Canada, where they can just go ahead and research it holistically and look at it and look at the side effect profile, look at any type of adverse effects, look at all of the benefits, everything that we do know and everything that we don't know as well. So we kind of just looking at stuff that is available in other countries, and we also looking at it from a medical standpoint, because that's the one thing that we can do here in Florida is use it medically. So we've been doing that, and we're gonna do a paper, but we got to get all of this literature and stuff together and kind of compile it to see what's not already talked about, because that's the main thing with being able to have some gravity and traction to being able to put out an article, is being able to talk about something that's not out there. And it's so much that is out there. So we just kind of like pulling our way through what is available and kind of dissecting it. And then also reaching out to talk to different experts in the field. And that's pretty much kind of how I got started. I reached out to Beth this time last year and spoke to her, and she gave me a lot of information with the issues and stuff that cannabis entrepreneurs are facing in the industry, and how legislation, from a legislation standpoint, how things could be better and things that do need to be promoted and pushed forward. So that's also something else that I look at, the different policies and legislation. And I've kind of reached out, and that's a difficult task as well, because they don't want to talk about it. I've reached out to our Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and her office just kind of bucking me basically. So, and then I pretty much let them know like, hey, I see that she voted this way. When they brought up a cannabis bill, I want to know where does she stand right now? And, you know, just all types of stuff. And they're like, oh, let us refer you to legal. Legal, can you please respond? And I'm like, legal, what do you have to say? So they just kind of keep denying me. So I just kind of keep chipping away or whatnot, trying to get some answers on the policy side and where everybody is kind of standing and where it's kind of going, because even here in Florida on a state level, we have a lot of different moving parts. So I've contacted some representatives as well on the state level, and they kind of shuffle me around. I have spoken to one, but she was just real basic and on the surface and saying, I can't really speak too much, but I know that we do have some things going on. Contact this person. And then let me give you another person to contact, and then you contact them. So it's kind of a little bit of an uphill battle, but I'm still kind of like chipping away at it to kind of get some answers and just see what's actually going on that level, because you see a lot of bills and everything that do come out, but then you kind of never really hear about it. So just like here in Florida, we have a lot of stuff that's supposed to be coming about, but you just kind of never really hear too much about it. It just kind of enters like a hamster wheel. So that's pretty much what I've been doing aside from getting over this patent exam, and then I'm just working with small businesses in my day-to-day operation as an attorney as well.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I don't know if I think Keachea had to step away, but did you guys connect? Easton?
No, and I was going to put in the chat that I was glad that she was here, because I know that you did mention that we needed to connect. So I'll definitely make sure that I connect with her so that we can speak a little bit later, because you told me that she does work with intellectual property, and that's one of my mainstays, which is why I'm trying to get this patent exam under my belt as well, so that I can do every area of intellectual property and be able to offer more value to my clients.
Absolutely. Keachea, you there? I don't know if she's back. Okay. Well, just both of you.
I'll send her a message.
Okay. Yeah, send her a message. Yeah, but definitely connect. Keisha's been practicing for some time now, and she practices here in the US, Canada, and Jamaica. So I'm sure she can definitely share some tips with you, if nothing else, on how to, successfully pass, but not just pass the exam, but, the practicing of it itself. I'm excited to announce, due to Keachea, we will be officially a registered trademark as of next month. So we'll no longer have the TM, we're gonna have that official R.
Oh, that's good. So you guys are in the publication phase now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're just excited and can't wait to, once it's official next month, make an official announcement. So yeah. So yeah, but that happened because of Keachea, because me, I don't know nothing about all that. So yeah, and then from a legislative standpoint, there's definitely a couple of things I'm working on with some gentlemen who've been able to push different social equity initiatives in like in California particularly. And so they, reached out to me with some interest in helping us in Florida to, especially before adult use is passed, so to speak, how we can start getting some traction here, how we can maybe just set up our own social equity program, so that way when, to get the attention that it needs. Sometimes we got to do it ourselves and then bring the other folks to the forefront, because legislators in Florida, they're so scared to talk about cannabis for whatever reason. Who knows why? But the big companies are making a killing. Trulieve is making a killing. Curaleaf is moving in to try to capture some of the market share. And then we have two others that are moving in like crazy. And so they're definitely gobbling up all the little small dispensaries and retailers that had opened, they're coming in and just kind of swooping them up so that they can get, more market share. So somebody's having a conversation about it. They just don't want to have a conversation with the little folks.
And I think too, like politics is such like it's such a dirty game. And it's all about, who can kind of pay who to get what they want and where they want to go. And especially, I mean, it's bad on a federal level. So when you start to get down to the state level, they pretty much just do what they want to do. And I think that's pretty much what a lot of it is, because there's so much money that's in that industry. They can just buy their way through whatever it is that they want.
Yeah, just in my recent research, and I was going to present last week to the chamber here, and I said, let me look up some current stats, current end of December, 1st of January stats. Florida, #1 medical cannabis market in the country. So you're telling me Florida legislators don't know this? They don't know that we're a $1 billion industry in the state of Florida alone. I mean, agriculture itself was a $1.8 billion industry. Second, and it was the second largest industry to tourism and hospitality. So if medical cannabis is now a $1 billion industry, that means that this industry is now in the top 5 industries in our state. Somebody got to be paying attention to that.
A lot of somebodies are paying attention. They're paying attention.
Yeah, but it's only benefiting a top few companies, literally a few farmers and a few MSOs. So we gotta make some noise. I'll get off my soapbox. All right. Whoever you want to introduce next, Easter.
Beth.
Hey there. And speaking of trademarks, I can just segue. That's one of our visions for 2022. We're going to be working with Easter on our company trademark, and I can't announce the name yet because we haven't worked with Easter yet. We're going to do an event near the end of the year, slated for November, that we're going to brand, and we're pretty proud of that brand. So we're working with Easter on again. As soon as we get our little TM on there, we'll make that announcement. But yeah, we're pretty excited about what we've got coming up. And, through the help of Cannabiziac and the network, we really are going into 2022 with a nice niche, working with dispensaries, starting out in Oklahoma. And Heather Dagley, we're going to be meeting with her and her group about, the training with dispensaries. Just met with Michael, the hemp accountant, so Cannabiziac really integral. And one of the things we're also excited about is I love doing unique structures and business plans that benefit society. So we have partnered with Santa Packaging and Printed on Hemp. Both offer eco packaging, full line of eco packaging for dispensaries. And their #1 challenge is not that they can't find people interested, but the gap was, well, how do I still make a profit with this eco packaging? So that's where myself and Hoi Polloi will step in with affordable marketing, and we'll work through some business plan ideas of how you roll out eco packaging and remain profitable, and actually can, hopefully increase sales with proper marketing of those things. So we're really excited about that we found a need in there that really fits Hoi Polloi. So those are our main focuses, which will keep us busy, and definitely we're working with some possible outside, funding coming in so we can sponsor more, and our goal is to sponsor more individuals in the incubator program, because as you know, Heather Dagley, Keachea, who I say is our boss, our project manager, this is all how the network grows. So we realized, even Keachea didn't realize, our company isn't even officially a year old yet, and we're at this stage. And I just want to really thank this network, because it wouldn't be possible without all this collaboration, support, and even Anne-Marie, your presentation today about scaling, and we had talked in November, and I got to introduce that into our business planning for us. It's really, really, really helpful to be a part of this network. So I just want to thank everybody and say, yeah, Vision 2022, we got one, and we're really looking forward to it. And big news today, and I know it was on our Mighty Network, so I'm gonna throw out a shout out to our Cannabiziac Mighty Network too, that in Oregon, the researchers here have learned some very positive news about CBGA and CBDA helping protect us from COVID. This is solid research, and it's really, really exciting. So I think that's the type of timely, impactful research that will help us move past the stigma, get to the hardcore politicians. These are languages that we can even get to them about, beyond the profit they want to hear about, that it's not smoking joints, it's not just recreational. Look, even right now, we are discovering it can help, humanity from a plant-based way. So I'm just excited and happy to be here.
I love that. And thank you, Beth, for all the shout outs. And you just warm my soul when you tell me about how good Hoi Polloi is doing in this first year, and how us and this network have been able to contribute to that, because that was the vision of Cannabiziac from day one. So being able to see it all just kind of manifest it allows us to know that what we're doing is the right thing every day. I want to touch on that article, because that was, and I wish Apple had made it an article that you got to pay to read the whole thing. But anyway, so the story. But I think that discovery and development should be blasting all. I mean, it's so easy for the news networks to blast Pfizer's new treatment, right, in the pill form. But here we are, where hemp is literally stopping stopping COVID in its tracks.
Preventing it from fusing into the human cells.
Exactly. Thank you for the medical description. Thank you, because that ain't my, but prevent it, like you said, from infusing into the human cells. So the fact that is not being blasted all over national and international news networks and being the talk of the subject matter, like the leading subject matter, is that just shows you what we're faced with in this industry. Big pharma can we got an FDA approved, but here it is, we can't even get a natural plant FDA approved without all the other issues with becoming a supplement, et cetera. So we just have to keep working at it. We have to keep educating everybody we know as consumers. Get you some CBD, put it in your diet every day, and it can help you prevent or treat COVID. So we just have to be those mouthpieces. So thank you for bringing up that article. Tammy actually shared it with me this morning. I was like, oh, let me put this in the Mighty Networks group.
I just kind of wanted to just to kind of piggyback off of that, when you say how it should be blasted, basically across every headline, just to kind of put things in perspective too. I don't know if you guys remember back in the 90s when Magic Johnson was supposedly miraculously cured from HIV. That at that time they had what's called a drug called Fusion, and basically what that drug does for HIV, this study is saying that CBD, the two acids of CBD can do for COVID. So it basically interrupts the viral cycle, and it prevents it from being able to enter into the cell and cause an infection. So It's pretty much, so that's what it does, according to the preliminary research that's out.
So for us novice that are here, you're the pharmacist, Easter, Hemp, Beth's been in the hemp side of the business for a while. how do we as consumers consume, or what do we go purchase to consume to be able to have that benefit ourselves?
So based on what I read, it basically is the CBDA and the I think it's CGA. I can't remember the exact letters, but they are like acids. So it's like a derivative of the actual CBD itself. So when you think of like enzymes and precursors or whatnot, when you take a medication, you don't just, like Tylenol, for example, you don't just take just straight Tylenol or acetaminophen. It would be like a salt or some variation or form of it that makes it bioavailable in your body. So they basically took these acids that are readily available in hemp, and they manipulated them to where they will be bioavailable in the body. And one of the things that it did say was that you can't get it by smoking it. So if you smoke it, because of the heat sensitivity, it's basically going to kill all other properties that would be antiviral about it. So it will have to be put in some form where you can ingest it, usually like a tablet or a capsule. And that would all kind of come out in further studies with what's going to be best for you to ingest it for human purposes and give it the most bioavailability so that it can fight the most. So it would be something that would come out, and they would just put it in either, like I said, a tablet or a capsule. You would take it, and then from there, in studies, they'll look at how much is bioavailable, how it's going to be excreted from the body. Does it have to go through the kidneys? Does it go through the liver? And they'll just look at all of these different things. And from there, once all of that is done, then that's when they kind of start coming up with dosages. So what dosages are going to be virucidal? So what's going to kill the virus? What's going to be, I don't know, what might be subtherapeutic? And it's all just different phases of clinical trials that they go through. And the sad part is that usually the FDA, they put a really, really tight hold on all of this and allow the pharmaceutical companies to come in and start doing all of the research, and then they get a monopoly on it to be able to come out with their brand drugs or whatnot and kind of block everybody out, which is what happened with that one anti-seizure medication. They basically gave that company a monopoly on it. So that's the only downside. So everybody that's been using it, and all of the small companies that have been screaming to the top of their lungs, like, we can really help cure a small nation with all of the health benefits that flow from this plant. They really don't want to hear that, because, you know, they kind of want to keep everything under their thumb and just release it sparingly as they see fit. And then too, you know, make sure that they can control the money, because it all comes down to money, in my opinion. And I think that the way that they control the money is that they control the legislation and, you know, how everything is going to be released and allowed or whatnot. So that's just my take.
Wow, well, thank you. You really broke that down, Easter. I mean, so we basically have some ways to go before we see it actually in a ingestible format.
Yeah, because they, if you look, I think in the article too, depending on which one you read, I read a couple of them. I wanted to go and actually look at the actual study itself and the methods that they employed when they did the study, just to kind of see how strong the study was. But I know that they did say that let me see. One of the ones that I saw, it basically was saying how they don't know what the side effects of it are, and how that it can cause, hemp itself or CBD and marijuana derivatives can cause like liver damage and just different stuff or what have you. But if you look at some of the research that is available, you can see that the side effect profile of cannabis and the derivatives are no worse than a lot of these other drugs that's approved, even with some of the ones that's over the counter that you can just go and pick up and buy without any type of oversight or input from a medical profession. So I think that it's just one of those things, again, that goes back to the Capitol and allowing them to be able to control it in the way that money that's going to flow from it how it goes, because like I said, you got plenty of drugs that can cause way more damage than any marijuana plant or derivative could ever cause. Because when you think about the anti-cancer drugs, those drugs pretty much can go in and destroy your organs, but they pumping kids and people who suffer from cancer full of them every day when they go to a chemo treatment. So it's just all politics when you think about it in the lay of the land with how it works in the field of medicine, because healthcare, medication, pharmaceuticals in America is a huge, huge business. When I say huge, it's huge. And the FDA, like I said, they have their thumb on the pulse, and they pretty much control what's what. So if they want to say that hemp and marijuana is dangerous, then that's what it is. So it'll remain a Schedule 1 as it has been. And that's just the nature of the beast in America.
So horrible. Oh, Heather, and then we'll have Keachea and Mary introduce themselves, their goals, etc.
I'll keep this brief because I want to hear introductions. Easter, thank you for that. And I just want to say it is possible in a home kitchen to get to some of these raw cannabinoids. So you can start with CBD flower or CBG flower, both available online, and follow what's called the cold press method. I am not an expert. I just tried this a few weeks ago. And maybe I'll make a video here soon, but as long as you're not heating that cannabis, you're essentially using an alcohol extract and evaporating the alcohol away from it. So it is possible. We can start creating this in our kitchens. It just takes some doing.
Please make a video.
Okay.
For novice like myself, I need to see and hear.
Yes. I will get working on that. I think it's important. So we'll do. Yeah.
Yes.
Just another thing, do it as an individual, just like you as an individual just doing it. Don't do it like associated with your business or anything, because another thing was it was a lot of cease and desist letters that were going out about, hey, don't do this, you can't do that, you can't say this or whatnot. So just kind of do it as an individual at the most novice level possible, so that it won't be anything linking you back, so they can say, oh, hey, you're doing this under your business or whatever, you're giving out wrong information or what have you. Yeah. So but yeah,
there's a lot of crackdown. Yeah, you're right.
Good point. Keachea?
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm glad I was able to join tonight. As Anne-Marie knows, it's very rare. And actually, I had to move around certain things, but I'm Keachea Dixon. I am Vice President of International Business Affairs with Cannabiziac. I am a licensed attorney in the United States, in the states of New York, in Canada, I'm in Ontario, and in Jamaica. And my main focus is business law. I'm passionate about intellectual property law, in particular, trademarks. And my introduction to cannabis was through my clients. And, you know, growing up, always hearing the negative side of things, it was an eye-opener to learn all the beautiful things about the plant and start using derivatives from it myself. So as Anne-Marie knows, this is a passion not just for her, it's for all of us here on the team. And I really do look forward to the continued growth within Cannabiziac and getting to know each one of you and how we can work together to make your businesses grow. Thank you.
Keachea, I think you were away when Easter was talking about her taking the IP exam, and I wanted to just make sure that you all, because you kind of kept missing each other over the last few months.
Oh yes. Oh, so she's doing the patent.
Yeah.
Nice. We need more people in that area. Yes. And science, I wasn't going back to school again. No.
Good. So if you can connect, Easter, please connect with Keachea so she can definitely provide you some tips on the exam, and any other tips with just her practicing business law, cannabis law, IP law. Mary, you're up. You start us and you close us.
I'm up.
Uh-oh.
I'm up, but my back isn't up. Oh, I need some CBD rub right now. Well, I need to level up at least to the novice level, I think. I'm not even at the novice level yet. I'm at the learning level. For this coming year, really, I haven't thought about them because I don't really like to make resolutions and what have you. I always say every day, you have a chance to think of something new, to learn something new, to make new plans. So I don't make resolutions, but I do have goals in mind. Personally, for myself, I've started the health thing in the last, I'd say maybe in October, November, and I want to continue with that. And it, help trying to stay away from the sweets. But that's my other side business too. So, but I don't really get into it, but I have to stop myself. Otherwise I would want a dessert every day, which I try not to do. But that has been working, and I can see a change in, yes, I've lost some pounds, but I can also feel a change in when I decide to eat unhealthy. I can feel the difference in my body. So I want to continue with that for the rest of my life, not just this year. And also my side business, which is baking and sweets and cake decorating, to do more of that, because that's where I just like block out everything and I zone out in that world and just be creative and let it flow. Cannabisiac, I'm looking forward for another year of us learning together, not just teaching. Attending both incubator classes, and Marie and Keachea, thank you. I'm learning so much more, like, as well as our other students. We think we know stuff, but when we get together, we don't know anything, and we all learn from each other. So it's amazing. And these events, I look forward to them. I look forward for all our attendees, because you each bring something special, and you can just feel that closeness with everybody, and that everybody is here to learn, network, and share with each other and big up each other. So yeah, Cannabis has a lot planned. We had our first team meeting this week, and we have a lot of plans coming in for the year, and so stay tuned for that and keep on coming to the events. Thank you guys. I've enjoyed this evening. Easter, thank you very much. Like
And
I said, we
definitely
missed
spread
you.
the
We
word to
missed
your
you.
friends. That's
Yes,
the next key.
definitely.
Spread the word.
Yeah. Like I was saying,
Yeah.
we started off we ended the year with a big bang on the Hemp Happy Hour, but the first week everybody's like, So I guess we're trying to face 2022. But we'll all be back here.
No, it's all good. But no, like Keachea said, let's just make sure we spread the word. Please share on your, share our posts on your social media networks when you can. Invite other people into the community, into the network. Share in Mighty Networks too. Please speak up, use it. It's our platform. We developed that so we could all have a place to not just share articles, ask questions, share tips. I think there's a go live feature in there now that I'm going to test out in the coming days or week. So just, utilize our tools, and the next cohort is going to be starting in the end of March. Leena's joining us. Hey. Our next cohort is going to be starting the end of March. So we definitely want to start promoting, class 2. Class 1 is we're going to be doing an official announcement with their video soon. Hey, Leena.
Hi,
How are you? How are you?
I'm so good. I'm super sorry. I have been distracted. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be in this meeting. So I'm sorry. I'll go back on mute.
No, it's okay. Welcome. Welcome. Introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, everybody. I'm like hair thrown back up after work and everything. Sorry, but it's been a long couple days. My name is Leena Trinidad. I currently live in West Palm Beach, Florida. And I'm new to Florida. I'm a Jersey girl. I've lived in Denver, Cali. I've lived a couple places across the country and back again. So I'm super excited to be down here in Florida. I want to be super out and proud. I'm a cannabis advocate, consumer, educator, whatever. I'm learning what to say when I introduce myself. This is still a work in progress, which is why I need to be here. And then just two other things. I have promotional product business. And then Hemp and Fork hemp seed affiliate. Super excited about that. And I'm gonna take two hats off and put another hat on. Cannabis insurance with Canna Coverage. Minority women owned, just kind of getting to that point and ready to be across the country in every market that's legal.
Wow. Nice to meet you, Leena. Love the energy and love the different businesses. We will have to get to speak to you in more detail.
That's my biggest thing is that being crazy. And I've just been talking to a couple of people today. I was like, I have to be able to have this 30-second pitch that makes it sound cohesive. And I think I am in the right place to get the help that I need.
Yeah.
So, and I've been trying to get here, and we connected a while ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just have to log in. So super excited. And again, didn't mean to jump in and kind of take over, but that's kind of how I am. So
it's perfectly fine. I love it. Love your energy. I know we connected on LinkedIn and we've been talking about getting together. And are you going to be at Gary's event?
Yes, I'm still planning on it. If he's still going to have it.
Okay. So I know I need to text him and go ahead and there's a expo coming up, Palm Beach Cannabis Expo. And so Leena,
26th.
Yeah, Leena actually told me about it. So I was like, oh, okay. So I plan on making sure Cannabiziac has a presence there. And Leena and I connecting a bit more to just see how we can work together. Her energy is amazing, even over LinkedIn messages.
I tried.
So, Leena, I'll just do a quick round robin. We have Easter Floyd, who is an attorney and a member of Cannabiziac. She's also a pharmacist. We have Beth Hemp Huntress with Hoi Polloi, one of Cannabiziac's strategic partners, where they help small businesses as well. We have Heather Dagley, who is a cannabis coach, consumer coach, where she coaches patients on cannabis and what they need to know, dosage, etc. We have Tammy Martinez, who's public relations specialist and account manager at the Mosaic Group, but also public relations for Cannabiziac. We have Keachea Dixon, who is the Vice President of International Business Affairs for Cannabiziac. She's also a cannabis law, business law, and intellectual property lawyer and practices in 3 countries. And we have Mary Rayburn, who is the Director of Operations for Cannabiziac and is the one who keeps all this going and keeps us together and keeps us on point. They know us without Mary, so. So that's the summary of, and you know, you've met me over LinkedIn. So we're so happy to have you as a part of our community. We do this event every second Wednesday. The next 2 events, you all, please spread the word. You don't want to miss it. I'm so excited. Excuse me, we have John, who's going to be talking to us about terpenes, what they are, how to use them effectively in products. He's a extractor, processor. He really understands the plant. So that's going to be next Wednesday at noon Eastern time. And then the following Wednesday at 6 p.m., we have one of my favorite people in the world in the hemp industry, Doug Fine, who has authored 3 amazing books. The American Hemp Farmer, he's going to really be focusing on regenerative agriculture, cultivation, soil, all those great things. If you haven't read his book, if you haven't heard him speak, if you haven't taken his courses, which we offer on Cannabiziac's website, Beth is showing the book, American Hemp Farmer, yes. You're in for a treat. It's just the most laid back conversation that you can ever expect. And he's just amazing. So those 2 events that are coming up this month, you don't want to miss it. You all please register. If you are a member, your registration is complimentary. If you're not a member, it's $10. Spread the word, and we'll get there. Keachea, you out? Okay, good night, Keachea. Thank you. We're going to be wrapping up anyways, but I just wanted to announce those events. And then, as I was stating before, our incubator program, we are accepting applications. There was a price increase. Last year was an introductory rate. This year, the program 1 is $19.95. Program 2 is $19.95, and we will be launching program 3, which will be $39.95, but there's one-on-one coaching that happens with that program, and that's our Niche to Rich program, where you really focus on your niche piece. So definitely spread it. We will have payment installments available. We'll break it down over 5 months or so. So for those who need, payment installments, we'll be able to have that available as well. So just spread the word, especially Heather, like yourself, you're in the program now. You can definitely give your testimony of how it's been helping you in your business. And so, so we want to definitely get registrations up for both of those programs that are coming up. So that's our announcements. Do you all have any announcements or anything that we can support that's coming up? Don't be shy. No.
Oklahoma. That's my niche this month. Boy Ploy's niche for the next month or 2 is to help Oklahoma. They got about 3,000 dispensary licenses. We all know that's not going to make it. So the folks that want to stand out or need the help or whatever, it's very similar to what I went through in Oregon. So I really think we can help some of those small folks survive and not have to sell or be able to keep their businesses. So if you know anybody in Oklahoma right now, please send them Hoi Ploy's way. We want to help them.
Okay. All right. Any other announcements?
I was going to say something and now it just left me. Hold on. It was right there. Well, you already talked about the Cannabis Expo in Florida, right? In West Palm Beach. Oh, you just talked about Oklahoma, but is everybody in Florida? Is this, it's everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else in Florida, I guess?
Well, yeah.
Oh, good. Let's make sure we connect.
Absolutely. And on the Mighty Networks, Leena, you can see where people are. So just definitely start following others on the app. And we'll definitely, that's another way to connect with people that are close by. All right, awesome. Well, Leena, we'll follow up and get something officially on the calendar.
Yes.
Since you're right here, we could just go ahead and grab coffee or lunch or something.
It would be nice to have an in-person meeting, even half mask, not mask, close enough, not close enough, whatever. But yeah, I cannot stare at the screen.
We can make it happen. I'll DM you my cell and text me and we'll set something up. Yay. We'll make it relaxing on the weekend, like a go brunch or something.
Yes. Come to the island. We'll hang out at the beach.
Okay, well, that's my favorite spot, my happy place.
Let's go. I got a little heated pool over here. Come on over.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, you all have an amazing evening. We'll see you next Wednesday and have a great week. Go out there and crush those goals.
Awesome. Thank you. This was so much fun. Have a good night.
Oh, thanks. Bye.